This is a Sports Catastrophe production. Hey there, Heather, ho there. It's Jeff Cutter and welcome you to another Sports Catastrophe birthday boy. And the birthday boy for today, November the 25th. Used to play for the White Sox, Yankees, Rangers, and Royals in baseball from 1973 to 1984, and actually had a 2-year stint managing the New York Yankees. Of course, being part of the whole George Steinbrenner managerial carousel. But this man has 2 World Series rings as the shortstop for the Yankees in their 77 and 78 World Series title runs. And was even named MVP of the World Series in 1978, the same year as his famous home run. As you can see, if you're watching this on the video feed, you know the man hitting that home run, hitting the ball off of Mike Torres, is the guy I'm talking about. It's no surprise, it's Bucky bleepin' Dent, who's now 72 years old. Bucky Dent was born in Savannah, Georgia, and his last name actually was O'Day. O''D-E-Y. However, Bucky and his half-brother were actually raised by the Dents. Well, he was born to them, but he went home with his brother and his wife. So basically, his last name was Dent. So, anyway, Bucky did find his father, and they did have a relationship. But regardless, he grew up and played high school baseball in Florida. The White Sox decided to draft him with the 6th pick in the 1970 MLB draft. Of course, sometimes the MLB draft's not as big as it was. Anyway, so Bucky Dent was picked after Mike Ivy, Steve Dunning, Barry Foote, Darryl Porter, and Mike Martin. And Milwaukee made a good move getting Darryl Porter, but he would be more known for being a Cardinals icon. So anyway, he made his baseball MLB debut in 1973 and did decently in 1975 and was part of the All-Star game as a reserve. Bucky Dent rejected the White Sox 3-year, $500,000 contract. Well, not per season, but like $166,000 per year. His agent said the White Sox can't afford Dent. He's one of the best shortstops in the American League, and he should be paid like one. So the White Sox were tired of Dent's kind of holdout and traded him to the Yankees for Oscar Gamble, Lamar Hoyt, and $250,000. It actually worked out. The White Sox, Lamar Hoyt ended up shockingly winning the 1983 AL Cy Young, and Oscar Gamble was decent for the White Sox. Bucky Dent was 2 days away from being part of the White Sox opening day roster in Toronto when the Blue Jays made their debut, but no, he didn't. Anyway, he was signed a 3-year, $600 million contract upon his approval. The Yankees gave him number 20 and all that. Fred Stanley was the shortstop the previous year, but they couldn't find someone like him. So Bucky Dent was an upgrade and helped the Yankees win the 77 World Series. But 1978 was when things really changed for him. You know, Bucky Dent only hit 40 home runs in his 12-year career and batted 9th in the batting order. Not really a power slot. So Bucky Dent had a decent 78 season. But of course, let's not forget that one-game tiebreak when the Yankees and Red Sox tied for first in the AL East, and they had to have one-game playoff in Boston, and Boston looked decent. They were up 2-0. Then the 7th inning, Bucky Dent comes up to the plate wearing number 2. Yes, that's the number that Derek Jeter has. Anyway, he came up with a bat borrowed from Mickey Rivers because he actually cracked his bat after a foul ball, exchanged it with another bat, which was Mickey Rivers' bat, and hit the home run off Mike Torres over the left field green monster, giving the Yankees a 3-2 lead. Now, people forget that that was not the winning home run, as the Yankees ended up winning 5-4. So obviously, if the Red Sox scored 4 runs, and the Yankees scored 5, and Bucky's home run made it 3-2. You couldn't make it that way. The winning home run was hit by Reggie Jackson, if you must know. Of course, Red Sox fans have referred to him as Bucky Effin' Dent. But somehow, in some way, Dent in the World Series shined. He was 10 for 24, or a 417 batting average, and 7 RBIs, earning World Series MVP honors as the Yankees repeat as champions. Yeah, it was funny how Bucky Dent, isn't just remembered for that 3-run home run in 1978. He also was World Series MVP in 1978, which was shocking. It wasn't Reggie or Guitry or Mickey Rivers. Anyhow, Bucky Dent, that second straight title was the last time that a team had gone back-to-back in baseball until the Blue Jays did so. Anyway, Dent was the Yankees shortstop until 1982 and then was traded in August for Lee Masilli. Kind of a dumb move, if you will. But anyway, Bucky Dent was a pretty good shortstop. Was he the best shortstop until Derek Jeter came around? Well, between the time of Phil Rizzuto and Derek Jeter, he could be. Who knows? But anyhow, he went to Texas for a few years and then was part of the Yankees in '84, but never played a game before going to Kansas City, finishing the '84 season with the Royals and retiring with a 247 lifetime average and 423 RBIs. Dent was not the strongest with the throwing arm, and his range was limited. However, he was reliable on balls he could get to. Anyway, Dent would be in the Yankees minor league system, coaching their AAA team in Columbus. Steinbrenner was impatient and decided to use Bucky Dent as manager. So for portions of the 89 and 90 season, he didn't have a full season with the Yankees. He would manage. He was 18-22 in 89 and 18-31 in 1990. So basically, he wasn't really that good at all that. Actually, well, at the end of 89, Dent was there. Now, Dent was actually going to be replaced by Billy Martin in 1990. And Steinbrenner hired Dent as a stopgap. Unfortunately, when Billy Martin died in a car accident on Christmas Day 1989, they had to keep Dent. But after a bat started in 1990, they fired him. All that. Funny thing was that Dent opened a baseball school in Florida and actually has a miniature version of Fenway Park. So, anyway, it was just awkward and all that. However, Dent moved on to become part of the coaching staff of the Cardinals for 4 seasons and then the coaching staff of the Rangers for 6. He went to AAA. To manage. When the Green Monster added seats at Fenway Park in 2003, Dent attended the first game with the Green Monster seat. And he did so. However, animosity was not there. They were all cordial to him. Dent actually threw out the first pitch in Game 7 of the 2004 ALCS. Unfortunately, though, that was when the Red Sox hammered the Yankees to come back from 3-0 series down. Dent had a few years being the bench coach for Cincy, basically being the assistant manager, if you will. And Bucky Dent does have a podcast. So his managerial work, he was 36 and 53. Not really the best manager around. So, anyway, he lives in Bradenton, Florida with his wife. He had a wife that died, unfortunately, and parents of 2 twins. So he has 4 kids, if you will. His daughter, Caitlin, played softball at NC State and part of an assistant coach for Hofstra, and his son played for Florida for baseball, but nothing much has happened to them. But yeah, Boston Red Sox fans will not be happy I did, understand this guy. But I mean, this guy deserved it. One of the most iconic home runs of all time. Don't you think? Anyhow, I'm Jeff Diamond Ado.